Good evening, Council. Good evening, Mayor. You all know me, Cathy Clarkin, co-chair of the Naperville Environment and Sustainability Task Force, and I'm here with your next segment of 3 Minutes with Nest. In our last segment, we talked about the need to phase out the use of natural gas. So have you ever smelled natural gas in your home and jumped into action to find out where it was coming from? Well, that happened to me recently, and it turned out that I had not just one, not two, but 11 gas leaks in my basement. So once my home is fully electrified, I won't have to worry about that anymore. So far, I've installed a cold climate air source heat pump and an induction stove. So if you've never heard of a cold climate air source heat pump, you're not alone. It actually works like an air conditioner that runs both backwards and forwards. So just like your AC in the summer, it takes heat out of your home and sends it outside. But in the winter, it does the opposite, which may not sound possible since it's hard to believe that there's actually heat outside on a very cold day, but there is. So my heat pump is rated to minus 22 Fahrenheit. And when we reached minus 10 in December, it worked just as well at keeping my house warm as my furnace had done in previous years. Natural gas prices are predicted to increase over the next decade, so the next time you need a new furnace or AC is the right time to invest in a heat pump. The purchase of heat pumps is incentivized by the Naperville Electric Utility and the federal government because they help reduce greenhouse gas emissions. When I talk about climate solutions, I always like to say that we have all the cool technology, which includes induction stoves that heat your food using electromagnets. I can make a cup of tea in 50 seconds, and I don't miss that puff of natural gas smell every time I go to bake some cookies. My indoor air quality is better, making my family healthier. So automatic rebates for these technologies, plus electric panel upgrades and other things will be available later this year through the Inflation Reduction Act for low and moderate income residents. These are a game changer because these discounts are at the time of purchase, so you don't need any upfront capital. Right now, though, tax rebates are available for everyone for these greenhouse gas reducing emission technologies. So more information about home electrification can be found on our website, sustainnaperville.org. So everyone can check that out and find out ways to save money and reduce your carbon footprint. At our next segment, we will talk about the dependencies in our infrastructure to support electrification. Thanks.
Thank you.
Mayor.
Okay, Councilwoman.
Cathy, could you come back for just a minute? With regard to the heat pumps, that's something that's new to a lot of consumers. If somebody is needing a new furnace, would they call a regular HVAC contractor to do that, or is there someone else to call if someone's interested in looking into these heat pumps?
So a lot of HVAC contractors are kind of new to this technology. So it may take some calling around to find somebody who is qualified and knows how to size it correctly. I would encourage anybody to reach out to us. We have some people that have done this, like myself, so we can give some recommendations on how it went. Yeah, so it's not completely straightforward, but that will change over time. There'll be more and more HVAC contractors.
Yeah, I imagine this will be like the electric cars, but just to give people, they go to the Nest website also to get more information on this? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks a lot.
Yep.
Councilman White.
Thank you, Mayor. And Cathy, one other question. You mentioned, you kind of did a comparison from a cost standpoint. You didn't really throw out any numbers. Can you kind of give us a roundabout what a resident would pay for a heat pump, especially in comparison to maybe what a furnace might be?
Right. So when I had to replace both my AC and furnace at the same time. And the price was on par with if I had done the traditional kind of technology. Just like everything, it's a little bit complicated depending on which technology you choose. There's something called, if you have a ducted system, the air handler, if that needs to be replaced. But it is on par, but there's a big difference now with all these incentives and rebates. By the end of the year, there will be even more incentives available to make it even more cost-effective for folks.
Thank you, Mayor.